again, the team pulling up at over 400 miles per hour and 4G. Once again, reaching that 5,500 feet at the top of the loop. As they reach the top of the loop, the aircraft are now slowing to approximately 120 to 130 miles per hour, which means that the flying controls are a little bit less responsive, making formation keeping even more difficult. They accelerate now to 200, 300, once again back to that 400 miles per hour, where now the control columns are even more responsive, which is conversely more difficult than what they were doing at the top of the loop. As Red 1 brings them to the left for the Apollo presents. On the left-hand side of Red 1 is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Tom Hansford. Tom did his first year on the team and enjoyed the Typhoon operationally. He's also a qualified weapons instructor, which means he taught all weapons technical information and tactics to the entire Typhoon force. As Red 2 and 3 smoke come on and the main body of the formation make their way rearwards to form Eagle, with Red 4 and 5 all the way back in the formation. This means that their formation keeping is extremely difficult, because we take all our formation references from Red 1. And of course, being that far back, it's extremely difficult for them to see Red 1, rather than take their formation reference from the individual on the inside of them. As Red 1 brings the smoke on for the Eagle presents. Two space teams, in acknowledgement that the Royal Air Force knows that space plays an important part in all future military operations, and in 2021 the Royal Air Force Space Command was established and it reached its initial formation. Look directly to your front. You can see the nose light twinkling in the distance. Once again, get your cameras ready for the start of the second half. This is the detonator. Enid braking first, followed by 6 off to your left-hand side, 7 off to your right-hand side, and 8 goes up over the top. You'll hear the tone in that radio communication. That is actually Red 6 talking to 6 and 7, enabling him to communicate on the radio without stepping on the communications of Red 1. 2 feet of each other at 800 miles per hour closing speed. Each aircraft performs a 4-point hesitation roll. Disappear straight ahead of us. Look to your right hand side with Red 8 diving into 100 feet. The blue smoke comes on, and look to your left hand side if you can see them. You have Enid now forming an inverted V as Red 8 lines up with the rest of the Enid for the Goose. As the red and the blue come on, Enid bank to their left-hand side. You can see underneath the aircraft on the belly is a smoke pod. That smoke pod is capable of producing 5 minutes of what, boys and girls, this is the one you don't want to miss. The red comes on, they split as they perform the synchro rolling half. From the far left-hand side, the red smoke comes on as he spears the heart. Red 8 is Flight Lieutenant David Simmons, former Tornado DR4 pilot, and he flew the Harrier while exchanged with the United States Marine Corps. And of course, on behalf of the Red Arrows and all the Flying Control Committee, we'd like to dedicate today's heart to all the volunteers and organisers and those that helped make the Teignmouth air display happen. So please give all those volunteers and organisers a massive round of applause for putting on such a fantastic event. The manoeuvre called the double roll.
He's coming out on.
flight smoke trails through the sky in a manoeuvre we like to call the Typhoon. As they bank to the right, you can see the iconic shape of the Hawk aircraft. Been in service with the Royal Air Force since 1976 and has been the aircraft of the Red Arrows since 1979. It can go over 48,000 feet high, it can travel faster than the speed of sound in a dive, and if you ask any of the pilots that flown it, we attribute it to a small sports car, extremely agile hand side.
That's what you might bang. Yeah, you just completely bang around that.
Each aircraft performing an aileron roll. Which means that everything about them is now weighing 5 to 6 times heavier than what you and I are as we stand on this side of the promenade. They reach a height of over 2,500 feet. They'll be 60 degrees, inverted nose down, trying to capture that 100 feet as they finish a manoeuvre called the Boomerang.
Coming in.
As the synchro pair leaves to our rear, look to your far left. Once again, 400 miles per hour, 4G as Red One pulls Enid up in celebration of His Majesty King Charles III's coronation earlier this year. Get your cameras ready for the Enid coronation vertical break.
It's gone in the cloud.
No, it's on the cloud right there. Go to try and get it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Give him a round of applause for a wonderful vertical break out the clouds over Teignmouth Bay. Vertical on the white smoke, he calls aboard as 7 and 8 smoke blue and red and roll around the smoke of red 6. Smoking blue is red 7, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. Stu is in his second year on the team, a former red 2 from last year, and he has also flown the Typhoon on operations with 11 and 12 squadron at Royal.
We're showing you the power to weight ratio again here because he's actually accelerating in the climb and going into a series of flick rolls. That's basically where the aircraft is rolling automatically along its longitudinal axis before he lets it decay into a loncerback, literally collapsing and spinning over the top of the vertical manoeuvre and then an aileron roll on the way down. Just how accurately you control this aircraft in roll, those big ailerons, before going back into the flick, still kicking it out and doing a series of basically sideways tumbles. It started off as a stall turn, and he just kept the roll going. Now understand that while he's doing that, basically letting the aircraft fall sideways, he's got asymmetric thrust on the jet engine, which is Now, as you can see from this, you really have got an extreme roll rate on this aircraft. I understand it's in the ring. No, he really is using that modified wing and the big ailerons to...
Talk over that wonderful sound. So great to hear, and thank you for the round of applause. I think it's very much deserved. So 80 years since Operation Chastise, otherwise known as the Dam Busters raid. Many of you I know will have seen the famous Dam Busters film, and what does win the war, and only 53 returned. Huge sacrifice in these aircraft, iconic aircraft. Listen out again, the wonderful engine sound. So this Lancaster from the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, this year in its 66th year, having been formed officially in 1957. During his time on the Tornado, Matt deployed on numerous operational deployments to Afghanistan in support of Operation Herrick and to Cyprus, where he flew missions into Iraq and Syria as part of Operation Shader.
Yes. Got afterburners on.
Yeah, straight up.
They're all assembled in Lancashire to produce the aircraft you see. Pair of EJ200 turbofans, each producing 27,000 pounds of thrust.